Okay, so now I'm going to create a dome light. So I'm going to hold down Control and left click on this environment light right here. And it gives us this little weird thing right here. Now I'm not going to touch this. I never touch that. I used to play around with it, but like now I'm like, man, I don't mess with that. I just alt left click and put it there, and I just deal with it in here. So it says environment light, env light. And let's just see what it looks like in a render with nothing in it. So we have this. Let me save this. Click on render. And what it does is it gives like an overall light. So it's like a big light that's on a circle, you know, like it's lighting it from all angles, which isn't what we want, right? We want to put an image in there. So we can go to this environment map right here, click on this, and Houdini, what it does, it comes with its own HDRIs. Of course, you can add your own, which I'm going to do, but here's the default one that comes with the program. So if I click right here, which says Houdini pick HDRI, I can click on this one that says noon 2K. And RAT is just like the file that I don't know what it stands for, but just a Houdini file. So now I have this, right? It's giving us this sunlight. And right here, the light exposure, if we take it down, let's say if it's too much, we can take it down with this. And I'll just do revert to factory just to make it 0. I don't really mess with the intensity too much, but you could deal with this. I don't really mess with that. I usually just mess with the exposure. All right, so if I press this, let me go over here to scene view. We don't really see a dome light like we usually do in other programs. But if you click, it's not this. Oh, yeah, it is this one. All right. So we can see what we're looking at. And it looks like we're out in the desert somewhere. And then we see the sun's right over there. So that's why we're seeing it like that, because our camera, as we can see, is right here. And then if I look like that, bang, it's in the sky, right? So what I want to do is if I want to rotate it, I just click on it and go to transform. And let's see what we're looking at. So if I go over here and let me click on this and so see the direction, we've transformed. So if I middle mouse button click and go like this, now it's turning. So I can go this way, I can go to negative, but I like to do 180 just to see the complete opposite of what I'm looking at. So if I press render now, that shadow should be like over here because it's 180 degrees rotated. Should be, but who knows? I don't know. It's just my guess. Oh, it was kind of right. But yeah, it just kind of moved that. So cool. So I'll go here and I'll do something else. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another one of these HDRIs. Check it out. So Lenong, I'll click on that one. Now the lighting looks a bit different, right? So we have this. Now it's something else. Now let's press stop here. Let's look at what this HDRI looks like. Okay, so we're in like a field somewhere, like an African safari, like who knows where it is? I have no idea. Be anywhere. So let me go back to my render view. I'll save this render. I'll go over here and I'll just put this at 0 because it's already at 180. And we'll just see what look we're getting. Nothing drastically different, but it's different. So depending on what you like, you can do that. You can also just middle mouse button click and turn this. Oh, and also if I want to render a region, all I got to do is hold down shift and left click and drag. And now it'll just update this, which will make things go faster. You see the progress bar, it's zipped over there. But if I hold down shift and left click to disable that, it gets the whole thing. We can see the render buckets lighting up and flashing all over the screen. So let me do shift right click and I'll just deal with this. Don't mess with this, right? So let me just do a 45 and we'll see the quick updates now. Now, if I go back to light, let's do it again. Click on this. Let's go to, no, not on that. Click on this. Let's go to Skylit Garage. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do shift left click just to see it in its entirety. So that's what looking like. Let me go to 0. And sometimes the light can be intense from one angle and then you change this rotation and it's like mellowed out. Not the case with this so much, but it can happen sometimes. Looks a bit blown out to me, but all I gotta do is tap down this exposure and it'll start looking a bit nicer. So let's look again. One light. Let's just see our progress. Pretty cool. I'm gonna add another sphere here, right? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop this, go over here. And the reason I'm seeing this, I think it's like some garage. Yeah, it's like a garage. Is because this normal lighting mode is on. And if this lighting is on, you know, you can still see stuff. But if you click on this, it's regular viewport. All right. So let me go back into my sphere setup. Remember, we have this sphere with this. So let's make another one. So what I'm going to do is I'll have that selected. I'll click on this and I'll do an Alt left click and drag this out. And I'll just name this like Chrome. I'll attach it to here. And I'll just click on this and I'll just move this. Grab the arrow, move it over here. This is going to be my Chrome ball, right? I'll go back to my material and could go over here, go to silver and do that, but let me just make this one, right? So I'll click on this, I'll drag it over and I'll name this Chrome. And right now it's still green. The reason why is because I copied it and it's still that shader. So if I go here, well, let's just attach it and see what it looks like. So this is the Chrome, so it's in there. Left click, let me go to object mode and I'll go inside of here and I'll go to this material. And instead of it being medium, because remember, I just copied this one. Let me just left click on this, go to Chrome. Now it's Chrome. Go to my render view and render. Nice. It's in there. Cool. All right, so now I can go to my materials, select this, which is my Chrome, and I can say, I'll go to reflection and roughness, I'll take that down. So I'll make this 1. And then I can go to metallic and move this up. And that'll give it more of a metal look. Why did it do that? Okay. So it's looking like this. Now, if I go to my roughness and I take it down to this, 0, it's kind of like a mirror. I believe if I make this black, it'll really be like a mirror, or maybe not. Maybe it's white. Okay, yeah. So if I deal with this, it's making it whatever kind of chrome I like, but it's like mirrored. But if I up the roughness, it gives it that brush metal chrome look now. Pretty cool. So remember, it's the roughness. If the roughness is off, it's like a mirror. And too much roughness makes it, you know, go out of chrome and makes it look, I don't know, aluminum-ish. But yeah, now we have this, which is pretty cool, if I don't say so myself. All right. So this is pretty nice. Now let me do a snap of this so we can see what's happening. Cool, look at our progression, right? So with lights and some material adjustments, we're making things shinier. We're making things, we got our light in here, which is rough. Then we got our HDRI. And we're testing this out. Pretty nice.